If you want to come into this as a victim, you're going to see everything and you're a victim to it. The way I teach, you're victimizing the unlearned. You're victimizing the neophyte. They don't know how to fucking trade. They put their stop loss in the wrong place. We're running on them. We're not running in a pack like a wild animals, okay? Trying to find whatever moves next. That's reacting to price. Fuck that. We are a cheetah. We know we can run any fucking thing down. We can run anything down. Put whatever fuck you want to put in front of us, whatever method out there, we will run circles around that shit. Nothing can fucking beat what I'm telling you. Nothing can beat this. Nothing. If it could, it would have came. It's never come. You are a cheetah stalking in the high grass. And there's a herd out there. They think they're safe because they're close. They're all doing the same thing, eating the grass. They're hanging around, same people, doing the same shit. Harmonic, retail, Elliott wave shit. You're the cheetah. You're sitting out there in the long grass. You're just waiting. You're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And you see that one gazelle just takes a step too far out and puts his stop loss right there. Easy for the taking. The herd is going to move away, but that one animal that doesn't know what it's doing, it doesn't shift when it should. And now there's a fair value gap. In 72 miles an hour, in seconds, your ass is there pouncing on it. That's what I'm envisioning in price. Do I know that person that's losing money? No. Do I know the person that has all their hopes and expectations of making money on that trade? Do I know them? Am I going to see them? No. Am I worried about them? No. Do I feel bad that they lost money? No. I have to eat. You have to eat. Everybody signs the same risk disclosures when you come into this market. Everybody understands that you can lose and lose more than you have. I have no qualms about it, period. It's the way it is. It's a jungle out here. You either are prey or you're a predator. I don't walk around or teach my students to be a lamb. This is the way it is, folks. You have to have teeth and you have to have claws. And you need to know when to use them and how to use them. You want to come in here and play the nice guy role and everybody, is going to love you and you never say anything wrong or never off color or whatever. The bottom line is, that's not what this is. This is fucking war. We're talking about money, real money, lots of it, and major entities out there that do not want you to be doing this successfully. They're going to roll on that. And I'm teaching you how to beat the fuck out of that, okay? Consistently. This is one of the hardest things that you as a human being will ever endeavor to do. Because it's so easy to psych yourself out. I'm convinced that 80% of people that fail, they talk themselves into failure. Either subconsciously or blatantly. Think about what you've done to yourself as a trader. If you've traded with live funds and you've blown that account or accounts, you can go right back to the moment where you knew at that moment, right before you did it, when you still had money in the account, the day that you did like 25, 30 trades, over leveraging, trying to fix something, trying to just do whatever. At some point, it became like you just wanted to end it all because it was too painful. Just click until I don't have any more money left. I don't have the discipline to do it right. I've already convinced myself that I'm never going to do this. So let's just blow the account and be done with it. So subconsciously what? Your mind tells your hand, there's something to do. Push the button. But the chart's saying nothing about doing anything at all. You're never going to see a book written like that. But that's the stuff that goes on for real.
Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Happy Monday, or no, not Monday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Sorry, my bad. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Oh, how's everybody doing? Good? How's everybody's weekend? Long weekend, man. Good to be back. Good to be back. Say what's up in the chat. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from today. Like the stream, you guys know the drill. What's up, Wolf Dubai? Crystal, good morning. Good morning, Soné. Good morning, Nadav, Aaron, Bill, Augustine, Aaron, Jonky, Matan, Muhammad, Yorn Saul, Nisha, Dunk Masters, good morning. What's up, Malik? What's up, Alice, Derek, Dr. Frequency, Body, Trader D. What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, guys, it's 2 minutes here until market open. What's up, ICT? Changed my trading. Good to see you. Yash Deep, good morning. Zachariah. Long weekend, man. Long weekend. But we've got some fireworks going on already today. Let me go ahead and jump into the charts here. So news-wise today, we do have still coming up PMI 10 a.m. red folder news. So honestly, if you look at this whole week, to be honest, so we got 10 a.m. news today. We got 10 a.m. news tomorrow with Jolt's job openings. We got 10 a.m. news Thursday. The only day without 10 a.m. news is NFP Friday. So yeah, it's a news-filled week this week. All red folder news days. So should be an interesting week. First week of September. We made it through August, boys and girls. So little pat on the back for you. You made it through. If you made it through August, you're still here. You're still kicking. That's all we can ask for, right? Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Jared. Yeah, so we'll dive in here. So obviously, new month, new week. The monthly area of interest that we've kind of been talking about for a little bit now is this monthly fair value gap down here below the July monthly low in the, I guess, below the 600. So in the high 500s here. So that's going to be my area of interest to look for as this month kind of carries on. Want to see this monthly candle manipulate us down into some of these inefficiencies here so we can hold. And then obviously the idea would be to remain bullish off of these levels. But so far right now, we had a pretty large move overnight. We are just sending it lower here on the hourly. You guys can see that we're already below. We're like at 5 standard deviations of Asia low currently. So market is just selling off at the moment. So it's hard not to be more of a bull, if I'm being honest, just because there's so much inefficiencies being left behind here that we need to go back and correct. So at this point, I would say that it's going to be easier for me to frame longs, especially market just opened up here. So let's see if we get this final push to the low here at 23,035. But that is kind of the thought process for me. If I look at the first glance at the poll in the chat, we're actually bearish today. We're bearish. Interesting. It's like the chat just sees like a big move one direction, and then they're like, all right, I guess we're bearish. You know what I mean? What's up with that? Morning from Nigeria. What's up? Okoye Amika Emmanuel. What's up, man? If 30 seconds get taken, I'll flip bullish. If 30 seconds. There's the 35 sell side level, boys and girls. Let me check ES here. Yeah, so we do have an SMT at this low currently with ES. NQ taking it out right now, and ES still like 20 points away from that same low. So let's see what happens here, boys and girls. I mean, dude, obviously very, very heavy and aggressive move down here. I mean, you guys can see that like here on the hourly, we didn't even trade back into this gap. We're just prices in a hurry to move. So, I mean, I'm going to be a little bit cautious as well, just because when you get a big move like this, especially overnight, it's like sometimes New York AM session can just end up accumulating. So I hope that doesn't happen. But we'll see, boys. We'll see. We'll see. You should have a pretty decent opening range gap as well as a result. So. Looking at, let's see. I'm just trying to get an idea for a frame here. 4 longs. I mean, obviously the open 1 hour gap could be an area of interest up there in OT of this leg down. Otherwise, just really looking for like an equilibrium rebalance, to be honest. So I guess maybe a low hanging fruit would just be this recent swing high to swing low, equilibrium being at about 180. And inside of a 15-minute imbalance. So was first presented fair value gap. There's 930. So no first presented gap yet. We're only 3 minutes into the open, obviously. But low has been taken. See what this gap wants to do. I mean, it would be setting up the long here, I would say, with this inversion, if I'm being honest. I mean, sell side taken, SMT at the low. Obviously, we're pretty expanded to the downside, so it's just setting it up a little early. A little early, boys and girls. Yeah, now the bias is flipping back a little bit. Now the bias is a little bit more even. Pretty much dead even tie right now, bullish and bearish. What's up, Big Head Reef? Reaper, good morning. Hard to be bearish after this much of a move. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Reaper. Usually how my mind works as well. You know, just statistically, like, what is the higher probability move after, you know, after a big move up or down, right? Usually a correction or accumulation. Still no inversion of that 1 minute. I gotta say, though, I mean, we got 10 a.m. news. I mean, it looks good, though, to be honest. My hopes were just that we were going to get like some choppy sideways price in the opening range, and then 10 a.m. would come, and then we'd be able to frame something a little more easily was the hope here. Now it's looking like this might set up, but I'm still iffy on it. NQ definitely the stronger asset compared to ES. That's why I'm doing. Yeah, why I'm selling off as well. Starting to correct here. What's up, YSL? So we're 6 minutes into the open here. Let me know if you guys are already taking a stab at longs. Did get this inversion off this close here. Just giving us a little bit of time. But it is in a hurry right now, it seems. We got like 3 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. Trading now into the first 15-minute gap. Yes, in longs already. Lost my last week's profit today. Shit. You guys are firing away trades already, huh? Long weekend. You guys are like, I couldn't wait to get back. Are we back to May PA? I mean, usually the PA from like summer months kind of bleeds into September a little bit, like a week or two. But are we back to May price action in terms of like being left behind, M&A? Is that the inside joke there? I mean, I don't really know about that, but yeah, price is in a hurry right now. Yeah, I guess, I mean, if you were waiting for this inversion here, you know, I don't know if you just enter off the candle open here. It sucks when you get an inversion like this, in my opinion. I just don't like inversions that do stuff like this, that we have two candle closures that fail to inverse, and then we just like open up and we freaking 30 points above. You know what I mean? Like give us a 30 freaking point candle closure above the inversion level we were eyeing up. No lower wick here on this candle. 5 minutes is going to create an inversion here as well, in all likelihood. But I mean, we're already kind of getting back now to, you know, if you were just to use this dealing range from this high to this low, this was kind of the short-term low-hanging fruit rebalance, if you will. So like we're getting it pretty fucking quick here. V recovery, 150 points off that low to premium of the range. So very well might end up waiting till 10 a.m. anyway. Otherwise, potentially being able to frame something like this. It's just tough going off this 5-minute structure. I'd like to think I could get away with my stop right here. But given the current mood of NASDAQ over the last like week and a half, something fucking tells me that if I put my stop here, I'd get stop hunted. And 100-point stop loss is, well, less than ideal. If I'm being honest. So I just think I'm going to wait for now, boys and girls. Maybe if like... Maybe if we can leave a 5-minute gap here, I could look to play that. You know, that'll be a little bit extra confirmation, a little extra PD array to use to long off of. Then I can put my stop here below that 5-minute fair value gap candle. But yeah, for now, I think I'm just gonna sit put. I think I'm just gonna sit put for now. And then if we wait for time, I mean, 10 a.m. is 20 minutes away. Nika goes, please no pull. Nika, are you in longs already? Is that what I'm getting from that comment? No pullback. Nika soup the low. Look at the weekly chart. I looked at the weekly chart to start the whole stream off. What do you want me to see? This is a previous weekly low. Is that what you're wanting me to see? That's what we have marked out here. This is 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure what you want me to see otherwise. This gap down in here, that's the monthly gap. So I am bearish to that overall, but I mean, I don't think we get there today. I don't think we go there today. This week, maybe. I think we could get there this week. I mean, look at all the red folder news we got. We absolutely could get there this week. M3 changing the state. You didn't take it? That's correct. I did not take it. I'm not in anything right now. Not in anything at the moment. My plan coming into today and my plan coming into probably the next couple of days was going to be that I was going to sit on my hands for the first 30 minutes of opening range. Because we got 10 a.m. news, 10 a.m. news, 10 a.m. news. And generally, when you have 10 a.m. red folder news, 9:30, the first 30 minutes of open, sometimes the first hour of open is just dog shit. And then we get manipulation at 10. And then you can generally frame something off of that. But I mean, yeah, as of right now, if you took this long off this low here, doing all right. Kind of slowing up here, just about 50% of the range from here to here. Probably a higher time. Yeah, it's probably a 30-minute. Just about a perfect rebalance there. Oops. Five-minute candle closure here in a minute. We will be behind this 5-minute gap. So anyway, 15-minute candle closure incoming here. 15 minutes until the top of the hour. 15 minutes till the top of the hour. I don't know, boys. I feel like there's something, my loins are just kind of telling me that I should behave myself and just sit here, stay patient till after 10 a.m. What do you guys think? Do you think that premonition is going to serve me well, or do you think it's not going to serve me well? But I don't know what it is. It's just what it's telling me. TPGG, as always. ICT changed your trading. Never SLGG, always TPGG. That's how you know we're back. Aaron said, yeah, that was a weak close. Big Head Reef says, stay patient. PJW says, don't fall for it. Harmon says, I'm 300 away from passing eval, so I'm okay with sitting for an A+ setup LMAO. That's fair. Big Head Reef, wait till 10. Call Camilla for entry signal, says Bruno. There you go. Dude, I swear to God, if she ruins my XRP, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Waiting for 10 NFP week, so expect some crazy moves with news. Yep. We've already got quite a bit of movements today. When it's stop loss GG, he never types it, probably. Waiting for SMT to occur. There's already SMT at the low. Fuck it, full board. Now we're not even coming back to this gap. A little V recovery here off the lows. Interesting to see how this hourly will close. Why do I have XRP in the first place? See, that's the interesting part about the crypto space is you're either like really bullish on XRP or people think it's like the absolute dog shit trash. XRP is actually my best. It's my best ROI in my portfolio so far. I took one partial on XRP. I was hoping for, still kind of hoping for another drive higher here at the end of the year. Yeah, ES is lagging behind here. I know. I got both on my other cards here. So I don't know. I'm just sitting patient. Perhaps if we would have gotten a pullback into this 5-minute and seeing if we could reject and hold this, could maybe look for that long, but we didn't even get that anyway. So it's looking like probably a wait for 10 a.m. for me. We will have a, this will become a 4-hour gap once this candle closes. So this would be the potential 10 a.m. long idea that I would hold. But price is trucking right now. Take a shit before the shit takes you. You talk about XRP paper planes? Well said, I think. Is there news at 10? Yes, Strong Penguin, there is news at 10. One winner on the 1-minute IFVG runner and play. Nice. Love XRP? Hell yeah. The news is bearish per the fundamentals. Yeah, I would say on a higher time frame, I'm a little bit more bearish towards that monthly gap for this week. But on an intraday basis, like I said, I don't think we get there today, but I could see us trading up into a, you know, higher time frame, hourly, 4-hour gap in a relative, you know, premium. So like if you're just going to use this 4-hour dealing range here, this gap here is in premium. So that would be kind of my idea, would be trade up into here, take profits on longs, and then see if this holds and sends us lower. And if we get a little bit more of a deeper manipulation, we see potentially this higher up gap in OTE up in here. We do have equal highs right here, which is why this could be very possible. So 9 minutes till the top of the hour here. What a freaking move, though. Come on. I mean, yeah, if you guys are in longs, I mean, shit, you guys have already caught up. I mean, shit. Just from this low here to now, we're up 200 points on the NASDAQ. So, like some of you guys said, you took this inversion here, I'm assuming. So, or, I mean, dude, you're fucking set. You're so set. Welcome back. Welcome back to the markets, boys. Just frickin' mooning off that low. Let's see. You had entry there. You had 10 points of drawdown. You hate V-shape recovery? I like V-shape recoveries. I like, you know, being a part of them, but. Can you show us your indicators, please? So what indicators would you like to see? They're all right here. Oh, fuck. You guys can't see. Dude, this other scene got fucked up. So watch this. Look, my camera's all fucked. I don't know what happened. I got to fix this later. But anyway, all my indicators are up here to the top left. Higher time frame, power of 3. I don't really use anything else. This indicator, this 2 degrees indicator is just this, so you guys can see the time frame. The ICT everything is just the opening prices being marked out. Power of 3 is just, I have the higher time frame hourly candlesticks printing next to mine. You can change this to whatever, like 4 hour, daily, whatever you want. And then, I mean, I do have the stat maps on here. Not really referencing them today. And then ICT kill zones and pivots. Basically just marks out the sessions. London, Asia, AM, PM, lunch. Well, that's really it though, just so I can find levels quickly. Yeah, otherwise the only indicator that I'm probably using the most is this higher time frame one that's printing alongside the chart. Let me go back here. Yeah, I don't know why OBS does that. The camera just gets all funky. That's why I'm not on full screen today. Right before I started stream, I noticed that. I'm like, oh fuck, it's too late to change it now. I'm gonna. The London session, that's just ICT kill zones and pivots by TFO. So right here, ICT kill zones and pivots, TFO, trade for op. And just make sure you have it set to New York time. This indicator is a paid indicator from 2 degrees. This version is, but you can find the higher time. There's a free version of it where you can just see one candle. And then there's also another free one by Fadi where you can see multiple, but if you do want the paid one, I believe I have it linked in the description of the stream. Tyler will save you some money on it, but there are some free ones for this one. I would say personally, if you were going to actually purchase indicators from 2 degrees and what they've created, it would probably be for the stat maps more than like this indicator, because there's free versions of this. So you don't really need to pay for just this, but this one is included in, you know, like if you get a bundle or whatever. But otherwise, the stat maps are probably the most used. I mean, shoot, that's really the only ones I have looked at, if I'm being honest. I don't even know. I mean, there's a shit ton of them in that bundle or whatever. There's so many. I got like, so you got the someone in the chat said the fractal model by T-Trades. I don't know. Let's check. What does this one even do? I've never even looked at it. The fractal model. So this just plots like entries or something off of changing the state of delivery, I'm assuming. I mean, yeah. But like, bro, I mean, shit. I'm not, listen, take offense to this, don't take offense to this, whatever. I mean, I guess if you like having it plotted for you, that's one thing. But like, do you really need an indicator to fucking plot out change in the state of delivery? I mean, you just look at the chart, you can see it, you know. I'm OCD though. I don't like a lot of shit on my chart. Sometimes I turn this off. Like when I'm not on, I keep it on for stream just because it keeps even you guys, like, you're able to see this easily all in one spot. But like even when I'm trading by myself, especially when I have my other monitor, I'm looking at other time frames up here, I'm just like, dude, I clear this shit. I keep my chart In bear. Less stuff on my chart, the better. I get OCD real quick. Like the moment we take a trade and the trade's over, I'm like, so I just delete all the markups because I get it away. Get it away. May hop before the news. We got news in a few minutes here, boys and girls. A little over 2 minutes. If I'm trading for my challenge in my fund trader, I went long my daily payout in demo. Should I keep trading or should I stop for today? Train my discipline. Challenge. I mean, paper trade different accounts. Tape read. I mean, you don't gotta trade. You don't gotta keep trading like your account. Like if you made your money for today, you know, you can still sit at the charts, watch price print, tape read, trade on a paper account, trade on a different account. But I mean, yeah, once you've gotten your piece for like your main account or whatever, then you can just put that account to the side. Makes life easy. I get it, Sixo. I get it. I ain't hating. I understand. Yeah, I mean, for those of you guys that went long at all here, this has been the most fucking painless, easy long of your life. No, like, deep retracements, no deep pullbacks. We didn't even put in any new lows. Like, we leave behind 5-minute gaps and just totally leave them behind. Like, market doesn't give a shit. Market don't even care. It's like, pff, every gap's a breakaway gap. Every gap's a breakaway gap today. Anyway, we got news in 30 seconds, boys. You expect pump? I mean, shit. If we do pump, I'm fucking bearish from this gap. And, you know, then we got all these breakaway gaps that we could use for profit taking. However, if we manipulate lower into these gaps down in here, I like the PO3 towards this 4-hour gap. This is a 4-hour gap now being left after this close. News just came out. No lower wick. We're just going straight up right now. I got you, Alon. Niga says, I'm out. Toaster bath. Toaster bath? You crushed that trade, it sounds like. No need for a toaster bath. We save those for stop losses only. Especially the ones where you get stopped by like 2 points and then it goes without you. Those are the toaster bath trades. When you get stop hunted by the 97% fib retracement, but then the lower the high holds. Those are the toaster bath trades, boys and girls. Oh. All right, yeah, we'll see here. Just waiting to see what this does. Hourly gap right here that we're hitting. Maybe we don't get to that 4-hour. I marked out this range from here to here on the hourly. So I'm using this swing high to this swing low of this dealing range here. So premium of that leg. 1 hour gap tap. This breaks down. I could frame shorts. Back down like into this 5-minute gap even. Because then this would be basically just taking it from Premium back the discount of this range. That's fucking crazy. 50 points. Yeah, it's probably micros. Probably micros. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna short that. One minute change in the state below the opening price of the hour. Hourly gap tap here. I'm gonna see if we can get this pushed down to this 5-minute gap in discount. Of this leg. It was left as a breakaway. So, looking for something like this. Let's see what we get. NQ looks like the weaker one right now compared to ES. You got balls? I do have balls, actually, yes. That is true. I was born with them. Let's see if we can get this gap to fail in premium. Logical break even, I think, here. Take profit. My take profit is this 5-minute gap in discount of this leg. That's my TP. So yeah, basically everything was left as a breakaway on this move up, and usually when we have all these breakaway gaps getting left, you can use those as draws after. So we traded up into a relative premium on the hourly. So from this swing high to this swing low, we traded up into this 1 hour gap in premium. So then on the 1 minute here at 10 a.m., I'm just framing kind of the par of 3 here being 10 a.m. opens up, we manipulate higher. Into that gap, get a 1 minute change in the state of delivery, 1 minute inversion here. Obviously, the stop is a little bit big just because this wick is decent size, but wanting to see us basically now just go from premium of the range to discount of this range that we put in here at opening range. Kind of the idea. Did get the 1 minute on ES. Just finally inverse this gap here as well. See if we can get the follow through. Had to trade micros though because this stop is like, and we're volatile. This is 54 points. So yeah, 10 AM reversal. Yep. Tyler, don't you require a sweep on your model before you take an entry? Is this not a sweep to you? Like, do I need to let it sweep 18 times? Did we not sweep? I'm confused. Did we not sweep liquidity? You lost me. I'm looking at two screens basically. So I have this is my main monitor that you guys are seeing above. I have double charts, so I have a couple different time frames of ES and NQ, 15 minute, 1 hour, just kind of watching these prints side by side. And then my other monitor here is basically just all the stream shit, reading the chat, OBS, NinjaTrader. Nothing wrong with that trade. Thanks, WXM. We'll see if we can get it. My break even's going to be this low here. This is a 5 minute gap trading into this order block here. So I'll protect here. Is what I'm thinking for the moment. Be up almost 1 hour here. Yeah, I need to get maybe, well, we'll see. I don't know. I don't even have the desk space for more monitors. I don't like, my desk is like max capacity right now. Not that I would need more monitors either. But yeah, basically I have two horizontal monitors stacked on top of each other, and then I have this ultra wide vertically mounted. We are getting to the end of the macro here. Would like to see this go here pretty soon. I don't know. I'm going to close this, boys and girls. I'm going to kind of time stop this. I wanted to see this macro play out. I don't like this. Let's see if it bodes well for me. I went ahead and closed it just below break even. We'll see if it's a no balls scenario for me or not. Watch it just dump though. That'd be fucking just about right. Enter the trade here. 10:01. We basically just kind of chop right below the entry for frickin' 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I don't know. That's tough. What? Why leave? I just kind of told you why. Let's see if it saves a loss. Right now, we'll be back at entry and draw down a little bit now. Like, I'm wanting to see follow through in that macro. And like, we're doing too much. Like, we're just sitting in this gap and holding it. And then the macro ends. We get this last little sweep down here and then terrible close. I'm like, fuck that. That's kind of, I'm using a little bit of discretion here. We'll see if it bodes well for me. Lock in, boys. Lock in. You know what I did? I changed my chart background from this off gray. This is crazy. I changed it from this off gray to full white. So I used to have my chart like this. And I went to this full white. And I got to tell you, boys and girls, I think my retinas actually are burning. Probably doesn't help that I'm in a fully dark room. But does that mean I'm getting old? I don't know. I think it might. Good discretion. I mean, we'll see. I still don't mind the idea. Like, logically, the retracement lower still makes sense to me. I just don't want to have a situation where, like, we come and manipulate the high once more, and then I get shit out of my trade. So, like, it's easy to say good discretion when it's pulling back against you like that, but that doesn't mean that the idea is invalid yet. Like, that looks pretty fucking good. That looks pretty fucking good on the 1 minute. Bright is the way. You did not trust your setup? That's not true, Jacob. I did trust my setup. I just didn't give it a lot of time to play out. I wanted it to play out in the macro. I took the entry in the macro. I wanted to be break even. I wanted to be break even by the end of the macro. Couldn't get break even. Didn't like it. Took it off. So. But no, as soon as it set up, I executed. I mean, I trusted it. I don't control the candles, boys and girls. Here we go. Might get this sell-off coming in here, though, if you guys are still holding it. Mm-hmm. 15-minute just closed. Did get the inversion here. I'm just chilling for now, boys and girls. Not really looking to replay this at the moment myself. If I was, there would have been no reason for me to close when I did. Nane goes, I'm not just holding, I even pyramided. Good luck, man. Good luck, man. I don't regret my decision to close when I did. I understand. I always hold my trades. I don't want to feel so bad after going to my targets without me. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It all kind of just depends on the day, dude. This close for me was 100% discretion. Believe you me, I'm like that. I'm usually more stubborn. I usually want to just hold my trades regardless, no matter what. But logically, I don't know. My brain was screaming at me to just take it off. And even if I held to my break even low right here, this would have just stopped me out of break even anyway. So it literally nothing is different. Either I got a break even stop here by holding it, or I took it off when I did. But it ain't funny how, like, I don't know, dude. Some people are like, macros don't exist, macros don't exist. And I think it's because obviously once in a while, like, price will move and macros seem kind of irrelevant. But like, bro, more times than not, ain't it funny how macros, as soon as they end, how price just fucking loses all of its steam? Like, this is usually where I do get chopped up, is when I'm trading in between macros. Without, you know. BEGG. Who said that? Tyler Trades? Yeah. BEGG. That means TPGG for ICT changed your trading. Funding ticks sucks. They breached me 200K funded for no reason. They said I trade and blown. I've never loved a trade. I've never loved a trade? His name is Fuck Your Gurus with the ICT logo as his profile picture. Yeah, I don't know. Never used fun and ticks. Fuck Your Gurus. Have you tried Tradeify? I don't know if you know this or not. Fuck Your Gurus. But if you use code Tyler, it will save you 30%. Just saying. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just a guy. I don't blame you. This is garbage. I mean, right now it's looking like a great decision. Obviously, when you close a trade, you don't. I mean, if it goes to your target without you, and you just like didn't have the nuts to hold on to it, sometimes that can hurt. But I mean, that's trading, man. Like you can only use the information that you have at that present moment. Everyone's a genius in hindsight. You know, I was willing to put the trade on. I was willing to hold it, but I just didn't. I didn't see what I was expecting or what I was hoping to see. So I thought it made sense to close. I'm on. Tyler, do you love me? I'm on. I'm getting real close nowadays. I'm getting real close. You've just been chipping away. It went from a flat out no to we're getting there. Oh boy, are we getting there. Don't stop now. Don't stop now. Can I connect my NinjaTrader to TradingView? Yes. I have a video on that, Gani. I have a video going over how to do that. Using Replicanto as well if you want to copy trade, but I mean, getting a fat account on low rep firm is a low IQ play, to be honest. I mean, getting a fat account on a low rep firm is a low IQ play, to be honest. Are you talking about funding ticks? Nah. LOL, the chubby is starting to form. The chubby is starting to form? Wait till I bust out the baby oil. Wait till I bust out the baby oil. Well, chat, what are we thinking here? We are just kind of smack dab in the middle of the 10 a.m. hour. Happy with my decision to close my trade. I'd be sitting in drawdown right now, hoping that it plays out if I didn't. So, well, actually, that's not true. I would have been break even stopped either way. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. Long that shit, yeah, it's kind of looking like we might be coming for another new high. And perhaps that 4-hour gap. which is 310, 311. Ain't it funny though? Like, we were moving so much overnight. Opening range was just freaking a moonshot. And then 10 a.m. comes, and this is what price action we now have. I don't know. I just find that funny, boys. I just find that a little funny is all. Like, what the hell? Come on. How do you decide to trade micros versus... Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just based on the stop size, Alon. Like, the stop on this trade was 54 points on one mini. That's over $1,000. I don't want to risk that. So it's all based on volatility, really. Usually kind of my sweet spot for minis is, you know, I don't know, like 30 points or less for a stop. Because usually I'm going for like 50 to 100 points for a TP. I would say on average my stops are like 20 to 25 though. It kind of just depends though. Kind of just depends. Yeah, chopping for now. I don't think we'll see what 1030 does. Could just be generating some buy side here, and then we might still see this sell-off happen. Down towards discount of this range, and then very possibly could see again more buy side levels be left for the return trip. So I'm not gonna be surprised if this short still plays. But yeah, I don't know. It's always tough when I mean, you see price like this, it's tough to want to just throw risk on the table like that. Rather just wait for something a little bit more clear. To be honest, most of you shouldn't even be touching minis. If you are still learning or struggling to be profitable, then minis shouldn't even be on your chart. I will say this. If you have issues with any sort of psychology with trading at all, and then obviously the consistency part, like, I mean, yeah, sizing down should always be the default answer. Usually, like, that's usually the answer as well. If people have like issues with some sort of psychology, anything, usually like sizing down, you're usually risking too much. Sizing down usually solves a lot of people's problems. Like especially if you're blowing up prop accounts left and right, like, I'll be honest, guys, a mini or a couple of minis risk on a prop account is extremely aggressive. I mean, let's just call a spade here. It is very aggressive. So if you're trying to be conservative and you're trading minis, bro, you're trading aggressive risk. Unless you're constantly getting a stop loss that is like 10 points. But when you're trading New York AM session volatility and you're putting your stop loss in a reasonable area, you know, assuming most of you guys aren't bottom ticking and top ticking longs and shorts, it's pretty unheard of to get stops that small on a regular basis. You know, so if you're on a 50K account, 100K account, and shoot, even if you're on a 150K account, like, you don't need to trade minis. I get that it's like really appealing that P&L just climbs so fast, but it is probably over leveraging and over risking for the margin that you actually have, if we're being honest. You can still make money with 3 micros. That's true. Hey, micros make money, man. They do make money. On a 50K funded with 1,200 in profit, what should I be risking? With 1,200 profit, what should I be risking? I mean, it's kind of up to you, John. In terms of like a dollar amount that you want to risk. But I would say, you know, if you want to be conservative, I would divide your drawdown by 10. So on a 50K account, your margin's like 2K. Obviously, you said you got 1,200 of profit, so that's obviously nice. But 2K margin on a 50K, pretty standard. Divided by 10, you got a $200 risk per trade on average, you know, give or take. But that's what I would say. I'd say if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, like 5. So you can risk like $400. Now, if you want to be full-blown degenerate, full port. But that's the spectrum, I would say. I'd say that's the spectrum. Well, that's the point, John, right? Is like catastrophic failure would have to take place for you to lose 10 trades in a row. That's why it's conservative. Like, I don't like, you could try to lose 10 trades in a row, and I think just by sheer probability and statistics, you wouldn't be able to purposely lose 10 trades in a row. But yeah, man, it all really depends on your goal for each individual account. Some accounts, like, you want to just be way more aggressive on. You know, you've already, like, in your mind made the decision, like, all right, maybe I'll lose this account because I'm going to be aggressive. You know, so it all kind of depends. There's no, like, cookie cutter way to do this, if you guys haven't learned by now. It's just whatever works for you. Divide your drawdown by 20. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, what are you going to risk, $100 on a prop? I mean, to me, that seems, I mean, you could, I guess, but I would say there is a point where conservative flips over into like full-blown wasting your time. I don't know, maybe that sounds bad, but it's prop trading, man. It's like the mentality with prop trading versus live capitals is a different mindset, in my opinion. You got to think, if you have personal funds, that's different, right? If you have, you know, your own capital in an account and you trade, you divide your drawdown by 20, that's risking 5% a trade, which is pretty decent. Then I'd say, yeah, you're doing all right there. But I mean, yeah, for prop, I'd say 10 is, if you divide your drawdown by 10, I think that's pretty conservative. No, I think you said it was a funded, right? I don't think it's a challenge. I don't know about you guys. As far as evals go, for me, if I were to trade on an eval, I would just full port it. But I'd rather lose a couple evals to pass one quickly at this point. It's an eval, haven't passed yet. Oh, yeah. Well, so you're risking 500 to 700. Yeah, I mean, that's good. In my opinion, it's still aggressive in terms of your margin. You can only lose what, 4 trades probably before the account's gone. I want to bet I can't lose 10 in a row. Hold my beer. Want to bet I can't lose 10 in a row? Well, I mean, technically, if you open a trade and just hold it forever, maybe eventually it would go from green to red. But like, if you were trading like an actual strategy, an actual trading model, you're just not gonna lose 10 trades in a row. It's just not gonna happen. You might lose 9, but you ain't gonna lose 10. It just won't happen. If you're trading like an actual system, an actual strategy, I'm telling you, you could just slap EMAs or VWAPs on your chart and just have something off of that, and it won't lose 10 in a row. You can flip a coin at market open every single day, and you won't lose 10 in a row. I promise. Maybe I shouldn't say, maybe I shouldn't promise, but you know what I'm saying? I'd find that very I'd find that a very safe bet. $32 away from passing the eval. Oh God, we've all been there. We've all been there. You know what else? You know where else I've been? I've been like, let's say like my P&L showed that I passed, so I closed the trade, but by the time it actually like filled my close, like I was under by a little bit of money. And then I'm like, gosh dang it, let me just get like 2 more points or something. So then I like, you know what I mean? I try to like just hop back in something right away, try to get that little bit of nudge over the edge. And then you lose a couple $100 and you're like, oh fuck, now I'm 200 away. So then you kind of jump back in again and now you're 400 away and now you're like, oh no. And then you lose the whole account from being like $40 away, $30 away, something like that. Oh, I've done that too. That sucks. I've done that with payout. Like, oh, I need fucking, you know, 50 more bucks for a payout, or to like, you know, I'm going to take a payout or whatever. And then I just like go red on the day. I've had that happen. But that's the psychology part of it, where you're just like, because like if you're $32 away, you might just gamble it and just hope you get that little bit extra. But usually those trades don't actually have any sort of real logic behind them. But you're in longs at the moment. I mean, we'll see. We're kind of just going sideways here. Looks all right though. Might get this recent high. 4-hour gap at 311. Yeah, I don't know. I'm tell you what though, I'm happy I didn't just stubbornly hold this trade though. You know, I look like a genius now in hindsight because of what we're doing. In the moment, a lot of you guys are probably like, dude, what the fuck? So hindsight's always 20/20 though. Yeah, I'm not touching anything right now. We're 5 minutes into the new 30-minute candle. No upper wick on. I mean, yeah, it probably looks like we will flip, if I'm being honest. But I'm chilling for now. I'm fully ready to wait until 11 a.m. and beyond. Might as well. Muhammad says, bro, what you eat? You talk too much. Muhammad, you use the wrong form of 2. You're looking for T-O-O? Just thought I'd let you know, but you know, 3rd grade English. I don't know if they teach that over in Saudi Arabia or wherever you are. Two shots fired for the VWAP guys. What do you mean shots fired for the VWAP guys? Oh, I didn't fire no shots. I've been $5 away from passing an eval and then blowing it because of that reason. Now, Anthony, dude. So we've all been there is what you're telling me. If I'm close, I calculate points. I just need profit number. Yeah. I do not play Clash, Carlos. I don't. The only game I play, boys and girls, is a little bit of Fortnite. I played last night, actually. Got a few dubs, ranked reload, duos. Hey, listen, I'm not bragging or nothing, but I've shat on some 14-year-olds. I mean, my duo partner stole all my kills and all my loot. But a dub is a dub. A dub is a dub. Not that I wouldn't play anything else, dude. I'd play a little bit of Madden, maybe. But I'm not that guy. I'm like, what am I going to do? Go online and fucking play Madden against some other dude on the internet? Like, this just sounds homosexual. You know you're a good trader when you have 500 in draw. I guess you could say the same about Fortnite, maybe. I don't know. And that's why I tuned into Tower Trades. Hell yeah, Zane. Could you beat Peter Bot? I don't know who that is. Cringe Night? Come on, Reaper. Dude, listen. Not a hot take here. Just a factual take. Fortnite better than Call of Duty. And listen, I grew up playing Call of Duty. That used to be my jam back in high school or middle school, wherever the fuck it was. But Fortnite, it takes a cake, man. Especially now you got, I mean, no build for sure. I'm not. No, listen. I would look fully autistic trying to play builds. You probably would box me, Ruben. Yeah, all I can do is ramps and walls. I can't do none of that. Some of the stuff that people do, it's just nuts. I have a PC, but I still use controller. I don't know. I actually don't know how you guys play on keyboard and mouse. It's actually fucking wild. And I don't want to take the time to learn it. Tyler, I have a question. Besides technical knowledge, what kind of fundamental knowledge must you require to have a better edge? Honestly, Hafdallah Hamza, when it comes to fundamental analysis, I believe personally that it would serve you much more in swing trading than it will in intraday trading. Because you'll see very oftentimes news will come out, it'll be bullish, bearish, whatever the sentiment is for that news release, and market will do the complete opposite. It'll go the complete opposite direction because it's manipulating. So I don't put too much stake into fundamental analysis really at all from an intraday trading strategy perspective. I just look at the charts. I look at liquidity and inefficiencies, you know, and I pretty much just base off that and, you know, intraday market structure. But my belief is that wherever market was going to go, algorithmically, where it was already going to go, news will be the volume, the catalyst, and the driver to get it there, where it was already going to go anyway. So that's my belief when it comes to fundamental analysis. I don't use it really at all from an intraday trading perspective. Kev says, I wouldn't have pictured you to play Fortnite. Listen, I didn't even play Fortnite until like 2021. So I was really late to the party. I was always like, I'm like, Fortnite, what the fuck is that? But I didn't really play video games for a while. After like I dropped out of school and I was like, you know, really like, I need to fucking lock in. I need to make some money, boys. It's time for me to grow up and be a man. I actually, well, partially I was also broke at the time. But I was like, I remember I listened to this guy talk, this guru, if you will, on the internet. And he goes, bro, what the fuck are you doing? You're broke. You're playing fucking video games. You're watching fucking TV shows. He goes, if I were you, I would fucking turn your TV off, sell your Xbox or your PlayStation, and you don't fucking touch that shit again until you're making $10K a month. And I took that shit to heart. And I did. I fucking sold my Xbox, sold my TV, sold I'm like, I was just all locked in. So I was one of those guys, but yeah, and then I started making some money, and then I was like, you know what, let's fucking, and then this is obviously like kind of towards the tail end of COVID, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Let's go get a system and fucking see what this Fortnite hype is all about. So that's what I did. And now I play with a couple of buddies, really just one buddy that, I play basically just one buddy whenever his, you know, well, I'm not going to say that. Whenever he gets permission to play and he hits me up, he goes, yo, let's play some Fortnite. I'm like, all right, sweet. What's up, Tyler? Love your content, bro. Just wanted to check in and say what's up. Tyler, man, good to see you, dude. Likewise, man. You've been fucking killing it, dude. Good to see you. Appreciate it. Macros don't exist. Yeah, that's fine. I know. I don't know. They seem to exist to me. He is right, though. He might be right. Yeah. I mean, it worked for me. But I had to lock in and, you know, I had to lock in and figure some shit out. Tyler says macros do exist. So you guys, there you go. I don't get it. Why do some people deny it, but funny how the macro ends here. We just dry right up. I still like this this short to come in, if I'm being honest. We got, what here? 3 minutes till the close of this 15-minute. Probably going to get this bearish order block to potentially form. Otherwise, I want to see what we do here around top of the hour. Because just as easy as you could frame this short from here to here, I would not be surprised if we get something like this. We shall see, boys. We shall see. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 50-minute close in 2 minutes. 950 macro can change the entire scope of your trading. I agree, dude. Once I started implementing macros, it saved me from getting caught in all the opening range chop all the time. I don't know if you guys, a lot of you guys, it sounds like you do trade opening range, like opening bell volatility right away. I used to do that, and it used to just chop me up and spit me out. So waiting for at least like the first 15 minutes, getting to that 10 a.m. macro helped my trading a lot. And then you don't got to be in the stress of like, am I going to get whipsawed out here? Am I going to, you know what I mean? Like you can actually frame setups that you let all the madness play out. And it's just usually a lot cleaner. But then you get months like May and well, not really May as much. June and July were very market opens up and we just go straight in one direction. Then you get months like that and people are like, what are you talking about? Macros is a scam. You cherry pickers. For short stops, got a closing position, open 2 minis, pass eval. Nice. Tyler, I saw the I watched Jade Cap's vlog over the weekend while I was doing some other stuff, had it on in the background, and then I'm like, wait, why does that voice sound familiar? And I look up and I see that you were in his was the weekend in the life of a millionaire trader vlog. Little Top Golf action? Are you in Florida, Tyler? Cuz you're I think I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong here. The accent sounds Jersey. The accent sounds Jersey. Miami? No shit. Close enough? Oh, okay. That's cool. Tyler, cut it to me straight. Cut it to me straight. Is Miami worth the hype? Or is the golf side the move? If you're gonna make a Florida move, you're gonna go from north to south. What are we thinking? Cause I gotta say, I think I would have to go. I think I'd have to go Tampa. I'd have to go golf side. But I've been toying with the idea of a Florida move here for like a year, and I'm like, I don't know. The problem is summer comes around, and it gets so nice here, and I'm like, God, this maybe I don't hate it as much. But then winter rolls around, and I'm like, this sucks. If I go back and forth. Hi Tyler, how you think about gold price? I don't know, Derek. I don't trade gold at all. I think gold hit a new all-time high though, right? Over the weekend. Yeah. So I mean, it's a risk-off asset, right? It's kind of the safe haven, if you will. So it kind of makes sense. You see the stock market pulling back here a little bit. So I look at it from more of like a macro perspective like that, but I don't trade gold at all. I used to trade gold in my Forex degen days, but after it did me dirty a few times, just like US 30. US 30 gold, I said, screw you guys. It was too toxic for me. More north of Miami. Yeah, I've heard good things like West Palm. Yeah, West Palm. Boca. I've been to West Palm once. I loved it. Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, I've see, that's the thing. I visited Miami and I'm like, it's cool for like 2 days, and then after that I'm like, all right. I don't know if no, I couldn't see myself living there. Unless you were like, I don't know, if you were gonna live there, you have to live like Sunny Isles, I think. Sunny Isles is cool, but yeah, I know the cold gets freaking nuts. All right, boys and girls, we got 11 a.m. macro incoming here. We are getting this sell-off into discount of this range on the day. We have this 5-minute breakaway gap from this morning. I want to see what we do here. See if we can frame something. I like the fact that, to me, we've just kind of printed more internal liquidity for a move higher here. But yeah, honestly, from an intraday basis, I mean, you guys let me know. Sound off in the chat what you guys are thinking. I am still bearish a little bit more so on the higher time frames, like the monthly. Potentially into this gap. I just don't think we're going to go there today. I still think trading back into this range is more of my bias for today. But shoot, yeah, I guess, dude, listen, hey, if anybody held on to that short up here and just sat through all this chop, I did not. But if anybody did, paying off for you right now. So you think this was a good short, taking swing low, displacement with FEG, price went straight down? Sure. Sure, yeah. I mean, the initial short idea never invalidated. The initial short was 10 a.m. opened up with the news. We manipulated into a 1 hour gap. 1 minute change in the state, went short. I basically just time stopped it at the end of the macro, and then we just kind of went sideways in here. Stop was up here. So the short was never invalidated. You just had to sit through a little bit of chop. Tyler, that's, yeah, you gotta lock that down. I think I had the opposite. I had the opposite experience with my girlfriend at the time. So I got into a relationship. My last relationship was like kind of like when I first started trading. Single and ready to mingle right now, boys and girls. So if anybody's got a sister, no, I'm just kidding. But I got into trading kind of like at the start of my last relationship. And God, what a weird dynamic. Imagine like a new relationship and you like just started trading. Like, you guys remember when you first started trading and like kind of like it's just a weird time, you know? You don't know anything about charts. You're still trying to figure out a strategy. Risk management is like, what's that? It was pretty wild. Anyway, she wasn't a big fan of the whole trading idea, so not super supportive. I definitely don't think I mean, I never had to rely on her for any sort of like money or anything like that. But let's say I would have had to, or let's say that would have been like a potential, dude, not a chance. Not a chance. So I think Tyler, I mean, yeah, if you hear those stories too, where girls are like, they're dating a girl, or a trader's dating a girl, and then they end up like supporting them when they weren't profitable. You got to lock that down, boys and girls. You got to lock that. I just think that, you know, shit. She wasn't the one, man. She wasn't the one. Well, that, and then she voted for Biden, but that's besides the point. Oh, yucks, man. What do you do? Super feminist, too. Super feminist. Anyway. 15-minute gap. Just got traded into here. In discount of this range. Let's see. Macro has started. mean, yeah, would love to frame potential longs out of here if this can hold. maybe 11 a.m. power of 3. Let's see, man. Nothing I'm going to take at this moment. She missed out. Ah, thank you, Nika. That's what I've been saying. She was in my darkest days. I used to be a lunatic. Yeah, dude, you had to do it. Sounds like a keeper to me. Tyler, how old are you, by the way? If you don't mind me asking. Liberal with the purple hair too. Damn near, bro. Honestly, definitely like Orange Man bad. I remember I'd go to like family functions, and basically she had 2 sisters, a brother, and obviously her parents were still together, but everyone besides her dad was liberal, like very liberal. So I remember like during like that whole election craze. So why do you even like that guy? You know he's sexist, right? I said that's the funny thing is I also am. That's why I like him. They're like, you know he's racist, right? I said, same. JK, LOL, I didn't say that. But they did say all those things. Have I heard of the Passport Bros movement? I have, yeah. I have heard of that. I have. Yep. Nika goes, I also am LMA. Yeah. Listen, everybody's rooting for the home team. A little bit. We got to get out of here, move to Puerto Rico. Honestly, might freaking... Yeah, Tyler, you said you're moving out of Miami. Where are you going? Forgive me if you said that and I missed it. Andrew says, I identify as a profitable trader. Dude, I should have used that back then. When I was dating this chick and we started, and you know, she wasn't really digging it because I wasn't making any money. I should have been like, but babe, I identify as a profitable trader. I want you to see me for me, you know. I never thought of that. Oh well. Makes you feel like a bigot today. Wait, what? Oh. Moving to West Palm, okay. But you like the east side more than the Gulf side? I mean, I feel like is it just mirrored as like every trader? Like a lot of traders live down in Florida somewhere. Where is everybody at? West Palm, I think. Tampa, I don't know. I know Brett is in Wait, where is Brett? Actually, I asked him and I already forgot what he told me. I think he's in like Fort Lauderdale area. If I remember right. It's TJR in disguise. Yeah, no state income tax. That's probably one of the biggest incentives to move there. Obviously, the weather is great. I mean, summer's got to be brutal. Bro was in Miami at one point. Yeah, I think he also went to like Fort Lauderdale, West Palm area. Jade Cap in Fort Lauderdale and Dodgy too. I thought Dodgy went, but I'm assuming that was satire. The video on X over the weekend about moving back in with his parents. Gotta give it to the guy. The guy can market. He knows how to rage bait his entire audience. Yeah, I know he's kidding, but it's like I was reading through the comments and people were like, I'm like, dude, you guys are so gullible. Crazy. Nika says, whoever you date, they're going to run your pockets. It'd be like paying taxes twice. What do you think about Tori's 250K drawdown? I didn't watch the video. I did see the thumbnail, and then I saw some tweets talking about it. So I didn't watch the actual video itself. Is that what it was? It was a 250K drawdown. So I didn't see like what was in the video or anything, but I mean, yeah, cool to post it. Really all you can say, dude. I mean, trading is trading. I think the problem with being like in the public eye in trading at all is just because you know what you're talking about and you know your shit a little bit with trading doesn't mean you don't lose. And I think when people see people that they look up to take losses, it's like a shock to the system for some reason. But if anything, you should be trying to learn from like the way that they handle losses. Because it's the one given that's going to happen in trading no matter what. Like over your trading career, you're going to take probably thousands of losses. So if you never get good at losing, boys and girls, it's going to be a real tough road. Anyone else would have gotten liquidated. She didn't have a stop. She didn't have a stop loss. Yikes. Removed it, put it in God's hands. Hey. A little Jesus take the wheel never hurt anybody. Right? Anybody who trades is loser in real life because he don't have any other skill. All loser in real life goes trading. What? I guess I didn't realize his username was... But he just spammed his keyboard when he made his YouTube account. She sells a 5K course. That's why people give her shit. Yeah, but at the end of the day, people, I mean, dude, here's my only issue with course sellers. I don't have a problem with people that sell a course. If they are legit and people see the value and want to buy it, that's their decision. That's their prerogative. Here's the issue with the course sellers, especially from anyone that came from the Forex space. It was so easy for people to lie about results in trading with Forex because everything was open source with MetaTrader. And there were so many shady deals going on with CFD brokerages that people would be given marketing accounts. And this is my criticism of TJR. Some people think I'm a hater, that I'm beefing with him for no reason. But in my opinion, I believe he is someone, hot take, maybe not hot take, I just believe he's someone that a CFD firm gave him a marketing account that looks real, says it's real, it's not, it's all fake, it's all demo. And you guys don't, like, they can fake everything with these brokerages. And they can get away with it because they're not in US jurisdiction. So when people use fake credibility or fake results to garner credibility, and then they sell a course or mentorship after that, I have a problem with that. But I've just seen it so many times. Like when I first got started trading, I was following people that did that. You know, so I feel like if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, You know, pretty fair chance that it's a fucking duck, but at the end of the day, it's still the consumer's decision if they want to buy a course from someone for whatever reason or another. I mean, you know, you're not spending my money on the course, so I mean, what does it matter to me? Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I hate to be like, I get that you guys like him, and I understand that he's a good marketer and he's funny, but you know, as traders, I think all of us want to see the trading space be as genuine as it can possibly be. And unfortunately, the trading space has a very bad reputation filled with a lot of just ulterior motives and fake shit that can get a lot of people hurt. So, you know, I'll be a hater, I guess, if that's what it has to come to. Tyler, how do you see prop firms in the next 5 years, good or bad? Are you talking to me, Tyler? Or Tyler Top G? But I think good. I think prop firms are going to be around for the foreseeable future. Obviously, regulations can strike down at any unforeseeable moment, I guess, technically. But I think a lot of firms right now in the future space, especially, like, they're being very proactive and kind of staying ahead of the curve on a lot of this stuff. So, you know, that's why, like, a lot of people complain about the whole, like, transition to live for a while. But you guys got to understand, like, it is still good for the health of the industry. You got to think in terms of the FTC and the regulations and guidelines. Like, bro, it's, I mean, if nobody ever got moved to any sort of like live funds, like that is what a prop firm is advertised as, right? Like, get capital so you can have capital to trade with. That's the whole reason prop firms were invented, was to help undercapitalized traders acquire capital and to be trading live where they're getting a profit split off of your trading. So, you know, call it is what it is, but we gotta want the health of the firms to stick around as well. Because if prop firms go away, I think that would obviously be not good for a lot of traders. A lot of traders don't have a shit ton of disposable income to trade live funds. So it's just like when people complain about rules of a prop firm. Like, a prop firm's rules, you can complain about them, but the rules have to work for the trader and the firm. Otherwise, it doesn't work. We got to clean it up. There's only a few good ones left. Yeah. They're few and far between. What is it with, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but it seems like the ones, from my perspective, to give the most red flags, why do they, like, come from, like, rich AF families? Is it just me, or is that a theme you guys have noticed as well? Like, they literally come from, like, wealthy AF families. I don't know what that's about. Or do I got that wrong? Is that just something I made up in my head? Julian says, from an outsider perspective, trading really does seem like a big scam. Honestly, Julian, you won't shake that thought until you start, like, making money yourself in any shape, form, or capacity from the markets. But that's a very normal, like, you're probably going to, while you're losing and learning, it's going to feel like a big scam the whole time. If I'm being honest. When you're trading bearish SMT, should you trade the one that swept the high or trade the one that made lower high? Thank you. Honestly, Vincent, they both should work. But the correct answer, if I'm going to give you the most accurate answer, you probably should trade the weaker one if you're looking to short, and the stronger one if you're looking to go long. But in theory, both should work. What you might find, though, like if you're trading from internal to external, you might find that weaker one will beat the stronger one to the low, forming SMT against your trade. So Those are things you would have to keep in mind in a scenario like that. Maybe you'd have SMT that forms against your trade. You should maybe look to partial. Maybe you close fully there, but some people would find that a marginal difference. So is that whatever you're more comfortable trading, honestly. If you're comfortable trading both, then try to trade the weaker when shorting and try to trade the stronger when longing. I'm just waiting here, boys and girls. I was waiting to see if we could set up something. I like that we got another drive lower here. I'm waiting for some displacement to kind of play off of, if anything. Let me know what you guys are thinking, boys and girls. Are we feeling bearish? Are we feeling bullish from here? I like the idea of setting up a long back into this range and maybe coming for these highs here. If anything, would be kind of what I would like to see. We've kind of just been yapping a little bit as we're just waiting for something to set up. That's all right though. That's all right. Charts and yap, boys. Charts and yap. You don't become humble until you get everything stripped from you. I had literally nothing, rock bottom. Dude, it is the facts. A lot of us have probably had our rock bottom moment. Some people might be in a rock bottom moment right now. That's why you just got to keep your head down, man. That social media can be so tough, and it's even tough for me some days. Like, let's say I have a red day and I go on social media and I see everybody else just somehow killed it and caught an amazing trade and they're up all this money or whatever. Like, social media can be tough. One of the worst things that you could do is try to compare yourself to other traders that are years and years ahead of you in terms of experience. And just run your own race, man. Run your own race. You're going to get there when you're supposed to get there, whether that's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. It doesn't matter. The time's going to pass anyway. Right? So in 3 years from now, God willing, you're still going to be here. And you're going to be a way better trader than you are today. If you just show up every day, focus on the right things, focus on your process, focus on your risk management. We don't control the candlesticks, boys and girls. We only control the trades we take, the risk we put on, and the risk we manage. That is it. That is it. But social media can be a double-edged sword. It can be inspiring, but it can also be discouraging at some points as well. Why you suddenly talk like ICT? Oh, I didn't save it, boys. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go add that. Oh, I didn't save the ICT meme. I gotta go get that added, boys. Dang. That's tough. I'm trading NQ right now, Electric X. NQ. Let's see if we get this inversion. What is the 32 points? It's not terrible. So, I mean, if this holds and we push lower, I mean, there's nothing for me to do here. I'm not interested in shorting this. And if we set up a long, I'll definitely take it. We'll move this down. Otherwise, there's nothing for me to really do here. What do I think of the equal lows? ES 63, 64. 63, 64. Yeah, the sell side level where we created the bullish SMT right at market open basically was here. So turn that off. So equal lows here. We had this marked out. NQ ran this at the open. So that's where the SMT came from. SMT, ES or NQ ran the low. And ES could be drawing there now. Yeah, so I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. I just, you know, it's tough for me when we sell off the way that we did, right? So overnight, we sell off. We've already hit like 5 standard deviations of Asia range. And for those of you guys that just factor in any sort of like probability statistics or whatever, like statistically, I find continuation shorts for the rest of the day to be a little bit more of an anomaly. You know what I mean? So I'm more comfortable for price to trade back into this range in more of like a reversion type of a trade than I am looking for more expansion. Never say never. Anything can happen any given day in these markets, but just from a probability and statistics standpoint, it's, in my eyes, it feels less probable. On, you know, today. I do kind of expect that though going into the later part of this week, if I'm being honest. You done by PM session? I mean, it just depends on the day, Tyler. If you know, if I catch like a really nice trade in the morning, then yes, usually. Otherwise, you know, I could see like today, if I haven't taken anything, I'll definitely be on charts taking a peek and just see where we're at. See if anything makes sense. But yeah, in an ideal world, you get a really clean delivery in AM session that you catch, and then you kind of just F off the rest of the day and don't even care what the charts do. Yeah, what's up, boys and girls? Is Trump dead or what? Trump's announcement has changed normal market dynamics. You guys see all that stuff on X? The conspiracy that he's dead and the White House is covering it up. Say it ain't so, boys. NQ first presented FEG coming up. Yep. We've got, here's 930. So this was the inversion that we kind of framed right at the open. And this has all been, this is what we were talking about. All of this was left as breakaway. Tanya in shorts. Maybe she'll get it. Guess we'll see. Who cares? Vance takes over. You mean Palantir? we better not go there today. Play golf this weekend? Oh, yeah, I'm sure he's fine. You know who didn't play golf this weekend? Me. You know who's pissed off about it? Also me. I mean, what the heck? Drizzy triggered in long. Let's see if it's insta stopped. Yeah, good luck, dude. I mean, I see the framework for lower, especially on ES. I do. That's kind of the tough part, is you could frame both directions in that sense, but I'm personally not, I don't see myself putting on shorts today beyond the short that I tried. I tried a short up here, time stopped it with the macro. And that's been my only attempt for today so far. How much could Tanya making from affiliates? I don't know. You ask her in her chat, see if she tells you. Probably enough. Maybe enough to pay the light bill. Tyler, do you golf, or was the Top Golf thing just happenstance because that's what they were doing for the vlog? Not gonna lie, I got into golf last summer and I'm slightly addicted now. I went out a lot this summer, but it's been like 3 weeks since I went out and I'm itching. I need to get back out there. Played baseball your whole life, getting into golf. Tyler, do you think it's a myth? Do you think it's a myth, the baseball swing versus the golf swing? I played baseball as well. And I used that excuse last summer, and then some guy told me, I said, dude, I just got such a baseball swing. That's my problem. And he goes, oh, it's a myth. And he got all mad at me for saying that. As I'm slicing the ball into the fairway next door. Screaming 4 at every tee box. Yeah, I've gotten better for sure from first year to this year. But it really makes you appreciate like how freaking good some of these golfers are. It's insane. Honestly, ES driving for this low. So we will create an SMT here. In all likelihood. Let's see, what is it? 11:20. I'm gonna give this like 10 more minutes, boys and girls. I'll watch till 11:30. Otherwise, I'll probably just call it for the morning. I took one trade short, time stopped it. Basically avoided sitting in all this chop, so happy with that. I would have been break even stopped anyway. I wanted the this lower 5-minute gap. That would have been my break even anyway from up here. So I think I would have been break even stopped regardless, even if I held on to it. But that's all I've done today. Market opens up. We get this drive lower here below 23,035 sell side. Some of you guys played this inversion. I was kind of sitting here waiting for a pullback after we got this 5-minute, not wanting to trade right at the open. And everything was left breakaway as price traded up higher. So if you guys caught these longs, I mean, really volatile today. So you guys caught a lot of points off these lows. And then if anybody shorted this and held shorts all the way back down, we are in this whole range here, 250 points for the day. So definitely opportunity within this. ES gunning for 383. 2 points off. Listen, Tal, you don't gotta threaten me with a good time, man. Florida? Golf? I'm already there. I'm already there. Take a look around. Feel the sunshine in my hair. That's all the words I know. But yeah, I'm in. Andrew says gay. Come on, dude. That's classic country right there. I forget who sings it. Is that Rascal Flatts? That doesn't sound right. I'll have to look it up later. Kev, yeah, Kev, where are you at? Did you say you were in Texas, or did I get that wrong? Hey, we're moving to Florida. Yeah, no, you guys said Tanya's in short already. We'll see if it pays off for her. Yeah, man, hit me up. I'm always game. I haven't been to Florida in a while too. I gotta get down to Florida. Plus, I gotta check it out. I gotta scope out the area. I gotta check out some places, see if it's worth moving to. You know, it's getting to be that time. Tyler, send the other Tyler the Discord link. Should just be in the chat, otherwise. That should work. Let me know if it works. You might have to close your Discord and reopen it. Some people said the link works. Some people said it don't, but it could work. Apologies in advance, Tyler, if you get 20 friend requests from spam Discord accounts. May or may not happen. Probably going to happen. You used to it? Oh, man. We got 5 minutes here till 11:30. We are seeing if we can get this to hold here. 5-minute gap here. Would want to see this fail if we're going to see longs come in. Otherwise, if this holds, I think we see bare minimum another drive lower for ES to take out AM session low. And potentially, if we get real heavy, could see follow through to 362. Something in my loins is kind of telling me that we might save that for later this week. Maybe tomorrow, but we'll see. I've been wrong before. Believe it or not. The amount of scammers that send me friend invites pretending to be you is crazy. I get 2 to 3 per day still. Usually it says like right at the beginning. I do go through every day and I ban all the people that have fake accounts or whatever. And I upgraded I turned the verification up in the Discord, so I'm trying to prevent it, but dude, these Indian call centers are no joke, bro. I'm telling you, these guys, this is their full-time gig. And it ain't, this is like every trader in the space. They've got time. That's how you know they're making money, because they wouldn't still be doing this if it didn't work. There's a setting on Discord, I think, to block friend invites. Haven't gotten any because of it. Oh, okay. Oh, there you guys go. So, Nins, what you're telling me is if they get those friend requests, it's their fault. I appreciate you clearing that up. Oris, you've already said that, I think, like 5 times now, man. Yeah, let me see. At least 3. You said Tanya is short. It may well work out for her. Listen, hey. ROCK in the USA. Are you trying to peer pressure me, Oris, into taking a trade right now? Is that what's going on here? I'm feeling the pressure, boys. I might have to do it. Can I make a video about how to be a good loser? I can. Usually you guys see me do it well on stream. I lose. I do a little. My coping mechanism is humor. In saying I'm gonna plug my toaster in and draw a bath. That's my version. That's how I cope. The toaster bath. Now, may not work for everyone. But the important thing is, boys and girls, you can feel the emotions of trading. You just can't let them make you do something that you're going to regret. You want to get pissed off. You want to use some profane language. Hey, we're all human. None of us are perfect. But as long as you don't come over here to the... Forgive my... I got to change this other scene here. This one got effed up over the weekend somehow. As long as you don't come over here and do one of these numbers... You just start clicking away. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You know, as long as you don't do that, you're kind of in the right, going in the right direction, I'd say. But, yeah, no. It's really just, it really comes down to getting burned enough times. I'm a stubborn person. My personality is I don't learn well from other people's mistakes as well as I probably would like to. I have to touch the stove and get burned a bunch of times, like a ding dong, to learn for myself. So that's what I did for a long time in trading. I just touched the stove and I touched the stove again, and I'd say I'm not going to do that again, and I touch the stove again, and then eventually you lose enough. You're like, fuck, dude, if I keep doing this, I am going to be absolutely screwed, and I'm never going to make money. And eventually what's that old cliche saying? Once the pain of staying the same outweighs the pain of change, that's when you'll change. That's why there's no cookie cutter advice for making you guys, you know, not over leverage, not over trade. It's just, you're going to do it if you're going to do it until you figure it out yourself, usually through getting your ass handed to you a bunch of times. And that's what makes trading so worthwhile in the end, because you know about all that bullshit you had to go through to get there. And that's why trading is tough. Most people can't do that. So hats off to you guys if you can. 5-minute gap holding. ES incoming to 383. Yeah, it might just very well retrace this whole move here. I want to watch what happens when ES takes out the low. When ES takes out the low, I want to see if we can maybe set up something for longs higher, but if not, there will be just nothing for me to do for the rest of the morning, which is fine. Bear says, I tried the shoestring over the buy lamp. What? The buy lamp, frankly, I did it wrong. What are you saying, Bearish? The shoestring over the buy lamp. I need you to retype that. The opening prices indicator is ICT everything by Cold Brew Rush. Where is that thing? ICT everything right here, Cold Brew Rush. I just have a mark out New York open, equities open, and midnight. Good to see you just tape read. Oh, thanks, Ors. Yeah, no, I don't know. There's just not really anything that interests me at the moment. I'm favoring longs at this point, which I kind of already explained why, just from really a standard deviations perspective. But you know, if it's not going to set up anything, it's not going to set up anything. I'm happy that price is forming in a way that's, you know, it's keeping you safe if you're looking to long this into these highs, but That is the good part. But yeah, no FOMO here. Retrace this whole move, even if it does, that's fine. Market open same time tomorrow, boys and girls. Copium or not? All right, 383 incoming here on ES. I've been saying that for like 5 minutes. Come on, ES. Get your ass down there. Go take it out. New 30-minute. Based on the weekly chart. I think we're getting it, man. I mean, we've been talking about this move lower into here for what? 2 or 3 weeks now. Talking about how August was going to close, probably wasn't going to move too much, and it kind of did what we thought. Right? We obviously had a little bit of a dump, and we were just back and forth in here. Like, you think about Nvidia earnings, this monthly candle was flipping green, red, green, red, green, red. We close basically like a doji candle on the monthly. We got this monthly gap being left behind. So, I mean, yeah, I think this is just my thought process going into the later part of this year of what I want to see. Now, do we get a deeper retracement? You know, I don't know. Obviously, if you're just using this range here, such a big range. This is from the tariffs. This is back in April. That big crash we had. But I would prefer to see us hold here. Did we? Let's see. Yeah, we did diverge between ES and NQ. So maybe the bull markets are, maybe the bull runs over, boys. I should have sold all my crypto when I had the chance. Should have sold all my crypto when I had the chance. Now I'm gonna have to hold through another bear market. Diamond hands, baby. ES taking out the low. If we don't see a reaction here, it sell side 363, 362. Looks like the shorts are playing though. Have to hold for another 4 years. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to wait for the next Bitcoin halving event. And then another like 500 days from that. Well, while we're waiting here, we'll see. I'm stalling a little bit just because I want to see if I don't want to get off the charts and all of a sudden, boom, we set something up. So I'm trying to stall a little bit. If we don't get anything here, probably soon in the next few minutes, might look to just call it for the morning stream here, and then take a peek at PM session. But let's do a P&L check before people start hitting the dusty trail, which they already have been. But green, red, flat. Let me know what you guys have done today. One trade for me, basically closed it break even. In the 10 a.m. macro, was looking for shorts. The positive is avoided sitting through a bunch of chop. The negative is because of that, obviously was not in this move either. So chalk that up for however you wish, I suppose. All right, I think moment of truth here. Moment of truth. Oops. Peace out, Gordon. Small green for Zane. Dunk Master says he got liquidated on gold. I can't see the time on my opening prices, only the line. Can you show your settings? I suppose. You can't see the time? I don't think I did anything. Opening price lines, midnight equities, New York. Weekly open. I do have it mark out the Asia range because I'm using standard deviations for it. Make sure that label text, all that's on. Should be good. What is Indian food? Flam tap boom. What is Indian food? Give me like the most famous Indian dish. Butter chicken? Come to think, I mean, maybe I've never had butter chicken. Lamb, I've had lamb. Masala? Bro, I don't know if I've ever had true Indian cuisine. Am I missing out, boys? Get some today? I wouldn't even know where to get it. Ground beef with powder sugar? What? You might start speaking Indian more. Bro, why is you bad? Bro, why you no go short? Bro, why you no go short? Bro. You love Indians a lot. Why? They're just so nice. They're the most active in my chat. I bust out the accent so they feel more at home. I just want them to feel comfortable. Pretty much it. I love being hospitable. I love being a hospitable guy. Hospitable host. Don't want my guests to feel out of place, you know? Well, shoot, boys. Instead of just watching this, it looks like it's just going to probably keep pushing for this low here. It looks like the shorts do want to come in. I guess we'll see. It just wasn't what I was trying to frame up here, given the, I guess, just current price levels that we're at. So, yeah, man. One trade for me today. One short attempt. Like I said, good or bad, depending on how you look at it. Avoided sitting through all this chop. Ultimately, though, if you held it and never moved your stop to break even, the short never did invalidate. We hold the high. We finally get the sell-off after a lot of chop. You know, from just, we'll just go from, let's say, you know, 10:02 to roughly, I mean, yeah, so you sat through like 40 minutes roughly of chop to hold that trade, but it's paying off for you if you did do that. So I guess we'll see where we go from here, man. But all things kind of going according to plan, I would say, from the higher time frame for right now. And as long as bullish order flow maintains, I could definitely see much lower this week. So that'll be the idea, guys. But I think I'll call it there for the morning. I may take a peek back at PM session. In all likelihood, I probably will, and just see where we're at. Obviously, you guys know my bias at this point. I'm pretty much just only gonna play longs, if anything. So that's that, man. Appreciate you guys showing up. Hit the like button before you go, boys and girls. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We're live here pretty much every day of the week. Otherwise, guys, don't be too big of a degenerate today. Don't have FOMO. This is the start of the week, so don't use all your mental capital and all your ammo too soon. All right. I'll see you guys back here live tomorrow, 9:15 a.m., bright and early and bushy-tailed, boys and girls, but enjoy your Tuesday. Peace and love, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money. He's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. With the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.